Today I'll be giving you 10 tips that not all beginners realise. These are tips you have to know to be able to improve at Fortnite. If I'd have known these tips before I started out and started playing competitively, I would have been able to improve much quicker. There are also some tips included that better players don't even know, so if you are not a complete beginner, still stay tuned. Let's jump straight into it. So guys, the first and probably the most important tip for beginners is you have to choose the perfect sense. So you want to head over to your sensitivity tab and you need to make sure this is perfect. One tip I would give to you is make sure this feels comfortable to you. Do not use what your favorite pro uses, as this is what is perfect for them. And sensitivity is all about preference. I play 3.5, and I play 1600 DPI, which is slightly on the higher side, I believe. When choosing your sense, it also depends on how much mouse room you have. For example, if you have a really small mouse mat, you're going to have to go for higher sensitivity. You're not going to have much of an option. Whereas if you have a big mouse mat, you're going to be able to have a much lower sensitivity, which will help you with initial accuracy when starting out in the game. So I would recommend going lower to start with. This will make your edits, aim, and everything like that much more precise in the beginning. But as I said, do what feels comfortable to you. One thing I would suggest to you guys is in the beginning, you have to stay within the ranges of 32 to 72 eDPI. Now, if you don't know what eDPI is, you can work this out by timesing your in-game sensitivity by your DPI. Keep between these ranges because anything either side is way too excessive and putting yourself at a disadvantage before you even start. Okay guys, so this next tip a lot of you guys may have heard of, but if you haven't, you absolutely need to use this. Okay, so when you place a wall and you've edited it, of course after you've taken your shot, you're going to want to reset it. Now some of you guys may still be doing this, the reset. Then you have to press your edit button, your reset button, and then edit again. So you have to be using what is called scroll wheel reset, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So head over to your settings and come over to your keybinds. You're going to want to go down to where your edit bind is. Then on the second bind, you're going to want to put scroll wheel down and do the exact same with the reset building feature. What this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to reset edits extremely quicker than if you were not using scroll reset. As you can see, it is effortless and you can edit your structures much quicker. So guys, this next tip is very simple. You're going to want to go into your settings and you need to be using performance mode. Do not use DirectX 11 or DirectX 12 as this is massively going to hinder your performance. If you use performance mode, you're going to have much higher FPS, much lower input delay, and it's going to overall make your gameplay instantly much better. So guys, inside performance mode, you can either use high meshes, which I'm using right now, which look like this. When fully built, you can see through them, and they're going to give you probably more awareness than if you're on low meshes. And you also have the option to use low meshes, which looks like this, which are much more mobile build looking, and you cannot see through them anywhere near like you can with the high meshes. So I'd recommend for beginners is to use high meshes. People do say there is less input delay with low meshes, but I really do not see much of a difference, if any, at all. So if your PC can handle it, make sure to use high meshes because it's going to give you that little bit more awareness and help you out as you get used to the game going forward. My next tip for you guys, and this may sound weird when you first hear it, but do not use the ranked mode to increase your rank. Yeah, you heard that right. When you load into ranked, do not worry about your rank. You're going to want to look to fight as many people as possible and get yourself in as many different situations as you possibly can. If you're going to sit, camp and play for rank points, you are not going to improve your overall game. You need to take these fights, get used to engaging with opponents better than you are, and learn from your mistakes. This is the best advice I can give to new players. Fight who you come up against in ranked, and certainly do not camp, as this is just going to delay your progress. Alright guys, so this next tip is an extremely useful in-game scenario tip. So say you have just killed a player here and you've got all their loot on the ground here. You might be getting pushed by somebody else from anywhere, so you need to loot this as quickly as possible. Now say you have an AR upgrade or a shotgun upgrade, or you want to pick up everything instantly. There's no point going through and picking up each item like this, because it is going to take forever. So all you need to do, pull your pickaxe out and spam your interact key. Then if you do have an improved shotgun, you can swap that, and there you have it. It's going to be that simple. This makes looting so much easier. You're going to be ready to fight and have all the loot in your inventory as quickly as possible before the other player can even deal damage to you. So the next setting we're going to look at, or the next tip we're going to look at, is preferred item slots. So this does actually lead on from the last tip. What you're going to want to do is go ahead to settings, go across to the game tab, scroll down and go to where it says preferred item slots. Go ahead and configure this, make sure it's turned on, and I would at least do this for your shotgun and AR. So what this is going to do is if you're picking up a gun, it's going to automatically put it into the slot which you usually carry your shotgun or AR in. This means it's not going to go into a different slot, you're not going to press the wrong bind, and it's always going to be there. There's no downsides to using this feature, so make sure you have it turned on and make sure you have your preferred item slots in the right place. So for the next tip, guys, we have a basic fighting tip. So when you get a player extremely weak, you're going to want to just get in the face and try to eliminate them as quickly as possible. So here we have 3 different phasing techniques you can use to get inside of people's boxes as quickly and easily as possible to end a fight in the smallest amount of time possible. So this first one here, you've probably seen this one before, but it is as simple as it looks. You place a ramp in behind the wall, they're in that box healing, pickaxe it once, pickaxe up and into the box, and even if they are holding the wall, you will fall straight into the box and be able to pump them in the face. So the next one is pretty similar, but what you're going to want to do is going to get the wall really weak, and you can do the exact same, but with an AR, and then you can pump them straight away. You can even place a cone in the box as you do that if they haven't already got one in there. And this final strategy is going to be when you come in from above. So you're going to replace the cone, edit it like this, and if you actually crouch right in the corner and run that way or move that way while shooting the floor, even if they are holding the floor, you will actually fall straight into the box. So these are 3 simple ways to get in your opponent's face and finish a fight much quicker. The next tip is very simple. Doesn't matter what your skill level is, free building will help you to improve massively. Just learn to enjoy it, blast music, try new techniques within your free building routine, and also start implementing peace control into your free building habits. Just free build instead of sitting scrolling on TikTok, watching YouTube, or anything like that. But make sure you're doing this regularly, as it will improve your mechanics by a significant amount. Not only this, but your muscle memory will be so much more advanced because of this. Off the back of what I've just said about free building, but also kind of related to the next tip, is you have to play creative first. Playing creative will give you time to learn your binds, get used to your sensitivity, and just your general play will be much better. Whether this is 1v1s, free building, creative maps, etc., you need to play creative before hopping into ranked. This way, when you start playing ranked, you'll be ready to fight in-game situations and will have a much higher skill level when you start playing ranked. As I did just mention, playing creative is huge for improvement. One of the best maps I recommend is Zone Wars. This is great for improving all areas of your game. It will improve your awareness, aim, mechanics, keys control, and just overall fighting practice. It is also great for giving you a simulation of competitive endgames. As you can tell, they are extremely useful, so I would strongly advise you start playing Zone Wars today, as it will increase your skill level much quicker than any other creative map out there. So yeah guys, the final tip, and probably the game breaker actually, the tip of the video is to use code Calstaar in the Fortnite item shop. Why, you may ask? Because this actually increases every single one of your attributes times 10 the second you enter the code. If you don't believe me, you can't knock it till you've tried it, so hit it in and see if you improve instantly. Anyway guys, on a real, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every one of you that's watched to this point. Let me know if you found these tips useful in the comments, and drop a like if they did help you out and you think you're going to be able to improve from these tips. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be making lots more useful videos for you guys in the future. I may also start streaming on Twitch soon, so do make sure to go follow that. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you want to learn how to get mechanics like your favourite pro player, then click on screen now. See you in the next one, guys.